Do you have few friends? Don't let worries gnaw at your youthful soul. Have you ever questioned whether being surrounded by familiar faces is the sole measure of happiness and success? Are those with thousands of friends on social media truly more fulfilled than those with just a few close confidants? Life isn't always as glamorous as the curated reels on Instagram. True happiness doesn't stem from the quantity of friends, but from the quality of the relationships we nurture. In this video, we'll delve into the hidden pages of the soul, exploring a fresh perspective on friendship, focusing on those who choose a smaller yet deeper and more meaningful social circle. You might be surprised to learn that having few friends isn't a sign of loneliness or inadequacy, but can be a deliberate choice of profound and discerning souls. These are individuals who prioritize quality over quantity, who seek soul connections over noisy and superficial gatherings. Join me as we step into the world of those with few friends to uncover their unique qualities, the values they cherish, and the reasons behind their choices. Perhaps after this journey, you'll find a part of yourself reflected in them and appreciate even more the precious relationships you hold dear. And who knows, you might realize that having few friends isn't a cause for sorrow, but a precious gift bestowed by life. It's an opportunity to listen to your inner voice, to explore yourself, to grow, and to build genuine and lasting relationships. Let this video be an invitation, an encouragement for you to discover and cherish your own values, to confidently walk your own path, even if it's less traveled, because ultimately, happiness and success don't come from the number of friends you have, but from living a meaningful and fulfilling life in your own unique way. Before we delve into today's lesson, let me invite you to journey back in time to an ancient tale set in a peaceful village nestled at the foot of Mount Fuji. In a garden filled with blossoming cherry trees, a young woman named Sakura sat quietly at a wooden table, her fingers tracing the pages of an old book. The laughter of neighboring children echoed in the distance, but Sakura felt a subtle loneliness creeping into her heart. Sakura had always been a quiet and shy girl. She had two close friends from childhood, Kenzo and Hana. The three of them had shared countless joyful and sorrowful memories, their dreams and aspirations intertwined. But deep down, Sakura always felt different. Kenzo, with his outgoing and lively personality, was always the center of attention. Hana, with her gentle and caring nature, always knew how to show empathy and support. As for Sakura, she often felt invisible and unremarkable. As she grew older, Sakura's self-doubt intensified. She wished she could be as confident and sociable as Kenzo, to be able to make more friends. But every time she tried to initiate a conversation, she would feel awkward and unsure of what to say. One late afternoon, as the last rays of sunlight faded, Sakura decided to seek out a wise old woman who was respected by the villagers. The woman lived alone in a small house by the river, surrounded by a garden overflowing with chrysanthemums and meticulously pruned bonsai trees. Sakura confided in the old woman about her worries, her desires, and her insecurities. The woman listened silently, her kind eyes seeming to understand Sakura's every thought. Then, she gently said, "Sakura, don't be so hard on yourself. Friendship is not a competition to see who has more friends. It is a thread that connects kindred spirits, a bond built on sincerity and understanding. You have two close friends, which is more valuable than any treasure in the world. Cherish them, for true friendship is rare and precious." The old woman continued, "Everyone has their own unique beauty, their own value. You may be shy, but you also have other wonderful qualities. Be confident in yourself, be yourself, and you will attract true friends who appreciate you for who you truly are." The old woman's words were like a soothing balm, comforting Sakura's anxious soul. She realized that she didn't need to change herself to have more friends. What mattered was to cherish the true friends she had and to believe in her own worth. From that day on, Sakura no longer felt lonely or lost. She spent more time with Kenzo and Hana, sharing joys and sorrows and exploring new things in life together. She also gradually opened her heart to others and realized that as long as she was sincere and kind, there would always be people willing to befriend and accompany her on life's journey. Did the story I just told make you think? If it touched your heart and you'd like to join me on this journey of discovering meaningful life lessons, hit that subscribe button now so you won't miss any videos. If not, please leave a comment with the number 0. And I promise to do my best to bring you even more valuable content. Stay tuned until the end of the video. I promise you won't be disappointed. Number 1. You are not bound by the expectations of the crowd. In a fast-paced world where success is often measured by the vibrancy of social connections, those with few friends might seem like a quiet note. But don't be quick to judge them with skepticism or pity, because behind the scarcity lies a rich inner world and a free-spirited soul. They are not bound by the invisible strings of expectations, nor are they swept away by the pressures of the crowd. They don't need to strain themselves to become someone else, nor do they need to chase after fleeting trends just to seek approval or empty praise. Instead, they are confident in themselves, in their values and choices. They dare to be different, to be themselves, even if it means standing out from the crowd. They take the time to listen to their hearts, to explore their hidden passions, and to cultivate a rich and colorful inner world. This independence doesn't equate to loneliness. They may have few friends, but each relationship is built on a foundation of sincerity and understanding. They cherish every moment with their soulmates, sharing joys, sorrows, and growing together. Having few friends is a choice, a way for them to live a more authentic and meaningful life. They are not drawn into noisy gatherings or influenced by idle gossip. Instead, they focus on self-development, pursuing their passions, and building a life they truly love. Let's look at those with few friends with a different perspective, one filled with respect and admiration. Because they are the courageous ones, those who dare to live true to themselves, those who have found true freedom and happiness within their inner world. If you agree with me, comment with the number 1. Number 2. You are intelligent. Many people believe that happiness comes from having a large social circle, but is that true for everyone? According to Stoic philosophy, true happiness comes from inner peace and focusing on genuine values. Those with sharp intellect often recognize this. They understand that the quality of relationships is more important than the quantity. Instead of chasing after superficial social events, they carefully select friends, focusing on those who share deep values and encourage personal growth. The brain of an intelligent person processes information differently, leading them to live in their own rich inner world. They find joy in pursuing personal goals and engaging in meaningful activities such as scientific research, artistic creation, or contributing to society. The higher a person's IQ, the less they tend to communicate. Highly intelligent individuals often have fewer friends because their brains handle social information uniquely, causing them to live in their own small world. Most geniuses are solitary, and few understand or accept this. Intelligent people focus on what is important to them rather than on social interactions. Carol Graham, a researcher at the Brookings Institution, suggests that intelligent people spend most of their time achieving long-term goals. They find happiness in purposeful activities. A scientist working on cancer, vaccine research, or a writer penning a novel doesn't need frequent interaction with others, as it can distract them from their main activities, negatively impacting their sense of happiness and disrupting their inner harmony. Generally, intelligent people are highly adaptable. That's why they can easily live by their own rules without needing much attachment to the community. High intelligence gives them the freedom to not rely on others and to achieve their goals independently. This intense focus helps them achieve great accomplishments while bringing a sense of true happiness and fulfillment. They don't rely on external validation or approval to feel happy, but find joy in their own efforts and achievements. In summary, intelligent people don't need many friends to be happy. They know how to appreciate quality relationships, focus on personal goals, and find joy in self-development. This is the path to sustainable and meaningful happiness. No.3 You Are Mature. Think back to your best friends from school days. Close friendships often start from simple commonalities, being in the same class, playing on the same sports team, or sharing similar hobbies. We easily connect with those of the same age, shared experiences, and similar thoughts and feelings. However, as time goes by, we grow and change. Our interests, dreams, and values gradually diverge. The common points from the past fade, and the bonds between friends loosen as a result. When we meet old friends, we might be excited to reminisce about old times, but the conversation soon becomes awkward. Because the commonalities are gone, we struggle to find common ground in new conversations. You might enjoy peace and quiet, while your old friend prefers excitement. You might be passionate about art, while your old friend is into business. These differences create distance between you, making it harder to maintain the friendship. This is why, as we mature, we often have fewer friends. We no longer connect easily with others just because of superficial commonalities. Instead, we seek friends who truly understand us and share our values. This doesn't mean old friends are no longer important. We can still cherish beautiful memories and show each other respect. However, having fewer friends as we grow older is completely natural. It indicates that you are now focusing on truly meaningful relationships, with friends who can accompany you on your journey of growth. The older we get, the more we realize that we don't need a lot of friends. What matters is having friends who truly understand and share our lives, who can walk with us through the ups and downs of life. No.4 You Are Independent. The number of friends is not a measure of a person's worth. According to Stoic philosophy, independence and self-reliance are the most valuable qualities. Having few friends does not mean you are inadequate or unapproachable. Rather, it signifies that you have developed a strong sense of independence. You are not afraid to face life's challenges alone. For example, when encountering a difficult problem at work, you do not hastily seek help from colleagues. Instead, you take the time to reflect, analyze, and find the optimal solution. You trust your own judgment and problem-solving abilities. You do not seek external validation, but find satisfaction in your own efforts and achievements. When you complete an important project, you do not need praise from others to feel fulfilled. Joy and pride come from surpassing your own limits and achieving your goals. This independence not only helps you overcome difficulties, but also brings you freedom and inner peace. You are not bound by others' expectations or pressures. You freely choose your own path and live according to the values you believe in. For example, you might decide to leave a stable job to pursue your passion, even if others do not understand or support you. It is this confidence and self-reliance that forge a strong and steadfast soul. You understand that happiness and success do not come from having many friends, but from mastering your own life. That is the true source of pride. Number 5. You're selective in choosing friends. In a life filled with social interactions, having a small circle of friends isn't always a negative thing. In fact, it can reflect a valuable quality: being careful and discerning in choosing your friends. You understand that friendship isn't a numbers game where you try to collect as many friends as possible. You don't follow the crowd or try to befriend just anyone to have a long list of friends on social media. Instead, you focus on building truly deep, meaningful, and lasting relationships. You are selective. You have high standards for friendship, seeking those who share your values, aspirations, and can offer positive support and encouragement. You don't want to waste time and energy on superficial or toxic relationships because you understand that your time and energy are precious. You also value privacy. You tend to be introverted and cherish your personal space. You don't feel the need to share everything with everyone, and you're perfectly comfortable being alone or with a small group of close friends. What's special is that when you have fewer friends, you tend to invest more in those relationships. You dedicate time, effort, and affection to nurture these friendships, and that often leads to deeper and stronger bonds based on mutual trust and loyalty. You know you can rely on these friends when you need them, and they know they can rely on you. This is the solid foundation for a true friendship. Number 6. You are strong. Life is not always filled with sunshine. There will be days when unexpected storms arise. According to Stoic philosophy, we should not complain or resist things beyond our control. Instead, we should embrace them as an inevitable part of nature, as the Stoics did, with tranquility and acceptance. Injuries, losses, economic fluctuations, or the actions of others can all happen unexpectedly. Most of us reluctantly accept these things because we have no other choice. But Stoics are different. They accept everything as if it were something they desired from the start. This subtle difference brings a significant change in how we live. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius called this the ability to accept reality without judgment. Similarly, having few friends is a reality we may face in life. Instead of feeling sad or comparing ourselves to others, Stoics accept this naturally. They don't see it as a shortcoming or a problem to solve, but as a part of life they can control. They find joy and contentment within themselves through personal development and the pursuit of true values. Stoics understand that happiness does not come from external factors, but from inner peace and the ability to master their own emotions. Regardless of how many friends they have, they maintain an optimistic spirit and are ready to face any challenge. They know that life is not a series of fortunate events, but a journey to build resilience and wisdom. When you are satisfied with what you have and accept everything that happens, you no longer need to struggle with reality. Why is this happening to me? Why is it raining? These seem to be our natural reactions to life. We seek to get what we want and avoid what we don't. But things often go the opposite way. We receive what we don't want and can't avoid unwanted outcomes. So, don't expect everything to go your way. Instead, be willing to accept everything as if you wanted it to happen. This is a mental trick, essentially a way of fooling yourself. But this method truly works. Marcus also had positive thoughts about this. Be content with what you have and accept the present, all the things in it. Convince yourself that everything is a gift from the gods, that everything is good and will always be so, regardless of what the gods decide or plan for that perfect being, goodness, justice, and beauty, creating all things, connecting and cherishing them, and gathering the scattered pieces to create more similar beings. I like the idea of convincing myself that everything is a gift from creation. It's important to emphasize that how we view the world requires practice. So if you think the average advice sounds crazy, you're right. I used to find it crazy to consider unwanted things as gifts. But give it a try. You will feel much more at ease with life, because then nothing can harm you. And having few friends can also be seen as a gift for you. You will then be able to spend more precious time on yourself. Instead of chatting, you can listen to a soothing piece of music alone. Instead of going on a picnic with a few friends, you can stay home and cook your favorite dishes for yourself. Isn't that wonderful? Number 7. You are experienced. You may have gone through unhealthy friendships where jealousy, competition, and exploitation were present. Perhaps you once helped a close friend through financial difficulties, only to have that friend turn their back on you when you needed support. You may have also experienced being talked about behind your back or being used by close friends for their personal gain. These experiences have taught you a valuable lesson. The quality of a friendship is far more important than the quantity. Now you no longer chase superficial social relationships or try to befriend many people just to satisfy a sense of belonging. Instead, you focus on building truly meaningful connections and sincere, deep friendships. You want friends whom you can trust completely, who will stand by you no matter the circumstances. You want to share with them all your joys and sorrows, grow together, and overcome life's challenges. For example, you have a close friend who has been with you through the difficult college years. You studied together, faced failures and successes together, and always encouraged each other to move forward. That friendship has become an indispensable part of your life. We don't need a large army of friends, we just need a few truly quality friends, people we can call soulmates. These friends don't need to share many common interests with us, but they must respect and accept our true selves. They are the ones with whom we can be ourselves without having to pretend or hide anything. Have you ever wondered if not having many friends is really such a bad thing? Or on the contrary, does it bring unexpected benefits you never thought of? If not, join us as we explore the interesting aspects of having a smaller circle of friends. You might be surprised to learn that having fewer friends doesn't mean you're lonely or inadequate. In fact, many successful and happy people choose to live with fewer friends. They realize that the quality of relationships is more important than the quantity. Instead of spending time on superficial social interactions, they focus on building deep and meaningful connections with those who truly matter. So what benefits does having fewer friends bring? Does it help you live a more self-reliant life, focus more on yourself, and develop other aspects of your life? Let's find out right now. Number 8. Not having friends can foster creativity. A 2017 study found that people who spend time alone often have higher levels of creativity. This indicates that solitude doesn't hinder, but actually enhances our creative abilities. When you are not distracted by conversations or surrounding noise, your imagination can soar, creating space for unique and innovative ideas to flourish. However, this doesn't mean that interacting with others is worthless. Time spent with friends still brings joy and valuable experiences. The important thing is to recognize the value of both aspects and find the right balance for yourself. For those in creative professions like writing, painting, or composing music, time alone is essential. It's when you can organize chaotic ideas, listen to the inner voice, and allow inspiration to flow freely. Solitude helps you concentrate deeply, eliminating external distractions and delving into your own creative world. So, if you're an introvert who enjoys spending time alone, don't feel pressured or insecure. Cherish those quiet moments, as they may be the key to unlocking your tremendous creative potential. Number 9. Being alone can help you see things differently. Being alone is not just about solitude, it's also an opportunity to explore and understand yourself better. When we're around others, especially those with strong personalities, we often unconsciously adjust our behavior and thoughts to fit in. While this can help us integrate and build relationships, it can also obscure our individual identities. When alone, we are freed from social pressures and can be completely ourselves. No longer worried about what others think or how they judge us, we can freely express our true thoughts, feelings, and desires. Solitude allows us to view things more objectively, unaffected by others' opinions or perspectives. We can listen to our inner voice, discovering our true values and beliefs. Moreover, time alone helps us develop self-awareness and independence. Without anyone to rely on, we must solve problems, make decisions, and take responsibility for our choices. This process makes us stronger and more confident. Therefore, don't hesitate to spend time alone, regardless of how many friends you have. It's a precious time to reflect on yourself, uncover hidden potentials, and become the best version of yourself. Number 10. Spending time alone can improve self-care. Sometimes focusing too much on maintaining relationships and meeting others' needs can inadvertently cause us to neglect ourselves. Many people realize this when they find they've spent too much time with friends and forgotten to care for and develop themselves positively. Tempting invitations from friends can make you feel pressured to sacrifice your precious alone time. You might feel guilty for turning down these invitations, fearing it will impact your relationships. However, forcing yourself to participate in social activities when you truly want to be alone can lead to frustration and exhaustion. When you don't have enough time to recharge and do what you love, stress and burnout can easily set in. Spending time alone not only helps you relax and restore energy, but also creates space to focus on personal goals, passions, and interests. Conversely, spending time alone can bring unexpected benefits. It's an opportunity to listen to and understand your deepest needs, fostering compassion and finding motivation for self-improvement. Focusing on self-care makes it easier to build positive habits and achieve personal goals. Remember, spending time on yourself is not selfish. It's a necessary part of living a balanced and happy life. Don't let social pressures make you forget the value of solitude. Listen to your inner voice and prioritize what's truly important to you. Because when you are happy and healthy, you can bring goodness to those around you. Number 11. The negative impacts of social media on friendships. Social media, with its limitless connectivity and information-sharing capabilities, has become an integral part of modern life. However, alongside its undeniable benefits, such as staying connected with distant friends and sharing memorable moments, it also harbors potential negative impacts on genuine friendships. Social media, with its boundless reach and information sharing, has permeated every corner of our lives. Yet, behind the glamorous photos and enthusiastic statuses lies a worrisome dark side: comparison and competition. The silent worms that gnaw at friendships from within, the illusion of perfection and living for the likes. On platforms like Snapchat, Facebook, or Instagram, people tend to share only their best moments and most glorious successes. Carefully edited photos, luxurious trips, and lively parties all create an illusion of a perfect life, making us easily forget that behind those images may lie difficulties, sadness, and hidden struggles that no one wants to reveal. This lack of authenticity not only leads to unrealistic expectations about others' lives, but also affects how we perceive friendships. We may mistakenly believe that those with many friends, likes, and comments on social media are happier and more successful. However, the reality can be quite different. Virtual relationships on social media cannot replace the deep and genuine connections in real life. Furthermore, in an era where online fame and success are highly valued, the phenomenon of living for the likes to attract attention and benefits has become prevalent. This further exacerbates the lack of authenticity on social media, making it difficult for us to distinguish between reality and illusion, and inadvertently pushing us into a cycle of comparison and competition, forgetting the true value of friendship. Comparison and competition. When scrolling through pictures of luxurious vacations, expensive designer items, or impressive achievements of friends on social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. Instead of celebrating their success, we may start to question ourselves. Why can't I be like that? Or, what am I lacking compared to them? These negative thoughts accumulate, creating feelings of self-doubt, envy, and even resentment. Comparison not only affects our personal emotions, but also negatively impacts friendships. Instead of appreciating and supporting each other, we start to view friends with a critical and competitive eye. Compliments become reluctant, conversations become superficial, and gradually, the distance between us grows. Number 12. The fear of missing out, FOMO. The fear of missing out, FOMO, has become a common psychological phenomenon in the age of social media. FOMO is the constant anxiety that you're missing out on exciting and positive experiences that others are enjoying. Social media, with its glamorous images and captivating statuses, inadvertently becomes a powerful catalyst for FOMO. You may find yourself constantly checking your phone, scrolling through your feed to see what your friends are doing, where they're going, and how they're having fun, and when you see yourself not participating in those activities, the feeling of being left out or isolated can become overwhelming. FOMO is not just a fleeting emotion, but can negatively impact your mental health and life. It makes you feel anxious, dissatisfied with the present, and constantly compare yourself to others. This can lead to impulsive actions, such as engaging in unsuitable activities just to avoid being left behind, misunderstandings, and conflicts. Social media, despite being a powerful tool for connection, also carries the risk of causing unnecessary misunderstandings and conflicts. In the virtual world, where communication primarily occurs through text, emojis, and images, conveying the true meaning of a message becomes more challenging than ever. A harmless joke can be misinterpreted as an insult. A constructive comment can be perceived as a personal attack. The absence of tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language makes misunderstandings easy, leading to unnecessary conflicts that can damage already fragile friendships. Virtual friendships versus real friendships. Social media, with its limitless connectivity, has painted an illusion of friendship, where the number of friends seems to measure popularity and likability. We can easily befriend hundreds, even thousands of people with just a click. However, behind those impressive numbers, how many are truly friends, and how many are just acquaintances? Friendships on social media are often shallow interactions, quick likes and comments lacking sincerity and depth. We may know a lot about each other's lives through status updates and shared photos, but do we truly understand each other? Can we share our deepest thoughts and feelings through soulless messages? Conversations on social media often revolve around general topics and trivial chatter. We rarely have deep conversations or genuine sharing about important issues in life. Friendship on social media is like a mask, concealing true emotions and thoughts. The sad reality is that many of us have confused virtual interactions on social media with real relationships. We spend hours scrolling through news feeds and chatting with virtual friends, forgetting that we still have real friends around us, always ready to listen and share. True friendship is not just about likes or comments on social media. It's about warm hugs, sincere words of encouragement, and sharing life's ups and downs together. These are relationships built on a foundation of trust, understanding, and sharing. So we've journeyed together to explore the fascinating aspects of having fewer friends. We hope this video has helped you understand that the number of friends isn't the sole measure of happiness and success. Instead, cherish those quality relationships, the friends who truly understand and support you. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Be confident and steadfast on the path you've chosen, because ultimately, true happiness comes from living a meaningful and fulfilling life in your own way. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our next exciting videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.